class. Well, in today's class, children, we will be starting a new chapter, that is chapter 3, synthetic fibers and plastic. Okay, in this class we will discuss what are fibers. Okay, this class is specifically about synthetic fibers, but we will discuss something which you have already covered in previous classes, that is we will cover some of the natural fibers. We will revise natural fibers like plant fiber, animal fiber, then we will go for the synthetic fiber. Okay, so let's start this chapter, children. So I am sure that you have understood, or you must have learned some of the things that we will discuss here already in our previous classes. So let us see how much you can recall. Okay, so as you can see here, we will start our next chapter, that is chapter 3, synthetic fiber and plastic. Okay, now children, in day-to-day life you come across a lot of clothes. Okay, you wear them all. You love to wear clothes, new and branded clothes. Okay, sometimes in summer you prefer wearing cotton clothes, whereas in winters you wear woolen clothes. Okay, some of you like to wear silk clothes. Okay, the curtains which you use at your home. Okay, that curtain, bed sheet, sofa cover, your towels, they all are called as fabric. Okay, they all are called as fabric. Okay, now these all clothes are actually being derived from either plants or animals. Okay, and artificially. Okay, see, so fibers are the tiny strands of thread, okay, which makes your clothes. Okay, so fibers, what are fiber? A fiber is a thin thread. Okay, it is like a thread, okay, of a natural or maybe artificial substance, especially one that is used to make cloth or rope. It is like a thread, fiber. Okay, fibers can be classified in two categories. They can be natural and they can be synthetic. Natural means either they can be obtained from animal or from plants. Okay, natural fibers are obtained from natural sources such as animals and plants. So here you can see that fibers can be either obtained from plants or they can be obtained from animals. Okay, for example, jute. Okay, jute is also obtained from a plant. Okay, from a jute plant. Okay, then it is obtained with the help of jute. You make a lot of bags. Okay, ropes, bags, ropes, etc. You have already learned all this in 7th class. Next is this. Here you can see some of the natural fibers like cotton. Okay, cotton is obtained from a cotton plant. Silk, which is an animal fiber, it is obtained from silkworm. Wool, all your woolen clothes. Okay, all your woolen clothes like sweater, blazers, and everything, they come from wool. Okay, they are obtained from sheep. Okay, next is linen. Many fibers are obtained from linen. Okay, so then linen is a fiber which is obtained from flax plant. Also rabbit and goats, okay, their hair are also being used for making fibers. Okay, so these are some of the animal or the plant fibers. Okay, so these animals help in making fiber. Okay, so and what is fiber? Fiber is like a thin thread. Okay, so from these animals or plants we get the fibers. From fiber we get the fabric. Fabric is actually the cloth. Okay, you can say that, a cloth. Okay, for example, a fabric of silk means silk cloth. Okay, fabric of cotton means cotton cloth. Okay, fabric is nothing but just a cloth. Alright, next. So these are the name of few plant fibers. I am just revising them. Okay, you have already covered that cotton. Cotton is obtained from cotton plant. Linen is obtained from flax plant. Jute is obtained from jute plant. Okay, so these all are the plant fibers. Majorly used plant fibers. You can take a snapshot of it. You can keep them for the later revision. Next, these are some animal fibers. Okay, silk. Silk is obtained from silkworm. Okay, you must have learned the process of silk rearing in your previous classes. Yes, the most popular kind of silk is obtained from mulberry silkworm. So you must have seen your mother's silk saris. Okay, so silk saris. Okay, Okay, they all are obtained from silkworm. Okay. Next is, it is very shiny to touch. It has a very shiny and lustrous appearance. Next is wool. Wool is commonly obtained from sheep. Okay, the sweaters, the blazer that you wear, they all come from sheep. Okay, wool fabric is so soft to touch and provides warmth to the weather, due to which it is preferred choice for winter apparel. Okay. Now children, in today's class, in this class, we are going to study about synthetic fibers in detail. Okay, we have already covered natural fibers, animal fibers, plant fibers in previous classes. So now what are synthetic fibers? So some fibers are obtained, they are made artificially. Okay, they are made artificially in factories or in laboratories by man. Okay, so these man-made fibers are called as synthetic fibers. They are obtained from different chemicals. Okay, so different chemicals are used to make all these synthetic fibers. Okay, so each fiber has different properties. Each fiber has different properties because they are obtained from different chemicals. Okay, so they are obtained from different chemicals. So all these fibers have different properties. Synthetic fibers are more in length and long lasting. Okay, so for example, if you take a cotton shirt, it will wear off in a short period of time. Okay, but if you take a synthetic fiber shirt, it will last longer because it is long lasting. So that is the reason why synthetic fibers are so much in trend. Okay, they are so much in trend because they are long lasting, they are strong. Okay, and they are cheap also. Synthetic fiber are cheap also because we can easily make them by using chemicals in laboratories. They are long lasting. So that is the reason why synthetic fibers are so much in trend nowadays. Okay, because they have their own benefits, they have their own advantages. But the only limitation in synthetic fiber is that they are poor absorbent of moisture. They catch fire easily. For example, if you will wear a cotton shirt, it will give you relief. It will give you relief in summer because it absorbs sweat. Okay, whereas if you will wear a synthetic shirt, okay, so for example of rayon, for example if you will wear a rayon shirt, it will not be a good absorber of sweat and you will feel very warmth or you will feel uncomfortable. Okay, you will feel uncomfortable and also it may catch fire easily. So synthetic fibers have their own disadvantages also. So we will understand the advantages and disadvantages of synthetic fibers in later classes. Okay. So the only limitation synthetic fiber is that they are poor absorbent of moisture. They can't absorb the sweat or the water so easily. That is the reason why the cloth which is used for mopping is generally made up of cotton. Okay, so because it absorbs moisture faster. Okay, they are good absorbent. Whereas if you will take any silk mop, okay, if you take silk mop, so it will not absorb water easily. Okay, it will not be a good absorbent. So that is the reason why we prefer cotton mops over synthetic mops. Okay. Next, now let us see what are synthetic fibers. Okay, the fibers made by human beings are called synthetic fibers. A synthetic fiber is a type of chain of small units joined together. Units basically means chemicals. Okay, they are just a type of chain. For example, we want to make one synthetic fiber, so we will need a chain of the same chemical. Okay, we need a chain of same chemicals. Okay, so a synthetic fiber is a type of chain of small units joined together. Each small unit is actually a chemical substance. Okay, many such small units or many such small chemical substance combine to form a large unit that is called a polymer. So that synthetic fiber, they are also can be called as polymer. So all those brushes that you use for makeup, so threads that you use in your sewing machine, the towels. Okay, some of the towels are natural fiber also. They can be obtained from cotton also, but nowadays the towels which you use, they are synthetic fibers actually because we mix cotton. Okay, we mix cotton with synthetic fibers. Okay, so that they can be durable. Okay, so that to make them durable, so that they can last longer we mix natural and synthetic fibers. Okay, so that's a different thing we don't need to discuss here. So that is that. Understood, children? What are synthetic fibers? What are polymers? Okay, let us see polymers in detail. So synthetic fibers are made of polymers. Now what are polymers? Polymers are the long chains of chemical units. For example, if there is one chemical, okay, if it is used as one single chain, so it will make a polymer. Okay, it will make one fabric. It will make one fabric. Okay, the word polymer means many. Polymer is made up of two words, poly plus mer. Poly means many, mer means units. Alright, so the repeating units of a polymer are called as monomers. So these single units are called as monomers. So you can imagine the situation like, for example, this is a pearl necklace. So these beads, okay, these beads can be called as monomer. Okay, these beads can be called as monomer, whereas this necklace can be called as a polymer. So have you understood the situation? So this is that. So the repeating unit in a polymer is known as monomer. Clear? By varying the chemical structure of the monomer or by varying the way they are joined together, we can make different types of polymers. So we can mix and match with different chemicals to make new fibers. Okay. As a result of these different, forensically they can be distinguished from one another. So they have difference in their chemicals. So that is why they have different properties. Okay. Understood? Next. So what is a monomer? The repeating unit, the chemical substance of a polymer is a monomer. For example, glucose. Okay, you all know that cotton shirt that you wear or cotton kurtis, cotton saris that your mother must be wearing. So that is obtained from a cotton plant. Okay, so cotton plant. So in cotton plants have glucose in them, right? You must have learned that in 7th class. So any plant or every plant have glucose in them. All the plants that can undergo photosynthesis process, they have glucose in them. So this glucose is a monomer. Okay, because if so many glucose will join together, then they can make some fiber. Okay, so in that case glucose is a monomer, and that cotton fiber is a polymer. Clear? So have you understood what is a monomer, what is a polymer? Now let us see various synthetic fibers. So these are the examples of various synthetic fibers. The first one is rayon. Okay, it looks like silk exactly. You cannot distinguish between a silk or a rayon just by seeing it. Okay, because silk is obtained from silkworm.